Hey kiddos, playing
Looks
Marvel.
expensive.
Playing my favorite game for this genre of stuff. Marvel Heroes is my favorite character, Punisher. Just not trying to necessarily do the quests or anything. I just like to adventure. People, my friends especially, keep asking me, they say, you keep talking about Marvel Heroes, what's it like? And I say, well, it's like Diablo, have you ever played that? No.
Sound the alarm! State of grad school.
You know, and there's not. Diablo invented this franchise. The style. Anyway, let me turn the sound down. Obviously, there were adventure games before Diablo, but Diablo invented the dungeon crawling in this style. A couple years ago, 4, 5, 6 years ago, I would have said Darkspawn was my favorite, but EA won't take care of that game to make sure it's playable. And some people may say, well, how come not Diablo 3? Well, in my opinion, Diablo 3 is not really a Diablo game. The team that made Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 all got let go after Diablo 2. I think they may even have held some of the rights, which is why Diablo 3 had so little to do with the first two Diablos. Should have stayed at Google. Yeah, there's a couple of similar characters, and I don't know how much they had to pay for those rights, but they make no mention of the necromancers, which are a humongous part of the story. And you can't say, well, the witch doctor is a necromancer. No, the necromancers are super important to the story. You read the novels, necromancers are super important. You read like the comics, the druids were super important, and there's no mention of either one of them. I have some great Diablo 2 comics, and some great Diablo 2 or Diablo 2 novels. Amazing.
Blood's a good look for
you. And you can just tell the art style, the direction of the characters. I mean, it's not a Diablo game. So I can't get behind Diablo 3. Now a lot of people say the expansion's good, but they don't know the market penetration. They know how many people bought it, but it was still just a percentage of the people that bought Diablo 3.
Clearly not bulletproof.
And
That sounds done. Damn it, now I've lost count. Got it.
they just had to do a it's called a survey. Blizzard just did a survey asking if people would buy another expansion. They should ask me.
That hurts.
They should have asked the people who didn't buy the expansion why. Because those are the numbers that they need. But they're not going to ask that because they don't want to hear anything that they don't want to hear. Of course people are going to say they're going to buy another expansion, but that doesn't mean they're going to. But there's other great games. Good and great games. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering them though, because I have a hard time remembering names and everything. But I'm hoping the names come to mind. I want to say one of them's called Path of Exile. I'm not 100% sure on that. People want to say, well, what do you think about that game? We played it, my wife and I played it for maybe 4 or 5 hours total. Was not impressed with it. It was a decent game, but there was a couple things that just felt off. And you kind of added them together, added all the things that just felt a little off. And it was enough to make the game not
Should be
particularly
a little more careful.
enjoyable. Cool. Well, we cleared out that Ames robotics lab. That was fun. Heck? That's weird. Is anyone fighting Venom? Sometimes people are fighting Venom, sometimes they're... This game, it's just got all the...
Fall down.
It's just got all the pieces. There's actually
Come in handy.
there's actually good loot that drops. I'd say 80 to 90% of the loot that drops is for your character that you're playing.
Just like I learned in the Corps.
No, they must have. They actually got Venom. That's cool. I would say just enough loot is not for him to where I'll occasionally get something like that my wife could use or that one of my alts could use, which is pretty neat. Can't complain about that. I mean, think about it. Imagine if the game you were playing, 80 to 90% of the stuff was for your character and most of it was an upgrade. Wouldn't that be cool? And it's not, even though it's an upgrade, you might still not want it. Just because you're stacking some other stat. Obviously the game has no way of knowing that. send some bodies. Oh, they despawn. Let's check out this abandoned lab. But for the most part, if you're not trying to stack a certain stat, pretty much everything you find is going to be an upgrade. As long as you're fighting stuff at your level. Treasure chest.
Sure, I can find something to do with this.
Now you might say to yourself, well, lots of loot spawns because you were running lots of loot buffs. Well, I'm not running any loot buffs now. And I'm getting all kinds of stuff. There's a purple Black Widow thing. Some of this stuff's not going to be buffs for me now because I've got some a lot higher grade stuff that dropped. But again, it's all stuff that dropped, you know, so eventually something's going to drop that's so high that I guess, you know, you won't... Ow! That you won't get it in grade for a while. One of the things they did, and that person's going to be running into a zone, so I can't show you. No. Shit, the cat doesn't body slam my drink over. What's going on here? Oh, it's a death machine event. Cool. And I just love these little events. And you might say, well, I'm not doing a lot of damage. This stuff is 2 to 3 levels over what I'm fighting. And I'm using weak moves on purpose. Just for RP. And if you want to craft in this game, there's an extensive crafting system. That's what all the little... these fundamental nanotech filaments. And there's always quests to do.
I don't care what you think, Cage. I get things done.
See, this is an upgrade, but I have a cosmic suit, so I'm probably not going to upgrade again until I get a new cosmic suit. So I just toss this stuff on the ground, and that's pretty much what everybody does. Like, I don't have a Black Widow. I'm not sure if my wife has a Black Widow or not, so I'm going to hold on to that. But somebody will come grab this stuff, and yeah, they're probably just going to sell it, but you never know, somebody might have a Punisher. It's late enough in the game's development now. I think they just hit their 1 year anniversary or their 2-year anniversary or something. I don't know. To where a lot of people that are still playing have a lot of characters. So. Oh, hey, cool, the scaffolding. Go up the scaffolding. Now, these maps don't change. So that's one negative, but honestly, the maps in Diablo 3, almost all of them did not change. So I got over it. Plus, some people don't like the maps.
You get the point.
It re-adds the fog of war. So, if you have a bad memory like me, it's kind of like the map changing all the time. Oh, treasure. Medkits aplenty. Never have to worry about buying medkits. If you don't want to craft, you don't have to. Although you probably should, but it takes a lot of time. Let's go ahead and toss this probably on the ground. Yeah. Put these down here. Like I was saying the other day, this game's got a lot of free stuff.
In the face!
I got a new costume for free the other day. It's probably worth 10 or 20 bucks. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I don't like that his poor eyes hurt, but I love his armor. It's got knee pads, and I mean, he's really decked out. It looks very, very cool. There's his knife. So, and I didn't get all that stuff because I played a lot. I just played it all because I read my emails. So, I mean, how cool is that? I still really miss Darkspore. Wish I could play that for you guys again. They keep soaring up and down. It's gonna get fixed. As soon as it gets fixed, I'm gonna start recording Darkspore again. The difference, though, is number one, that game's not free,
This won't look good on my performance review.
and number two, it's got a humongous learning curve. And you almost, you should be, if you're playing it right, you should be playing it with somebody else. Darkspore. At least one other person. Because there's not enough unit compositions. You're always going to be missing a unit composition if you play by yourself. Is anyone killing Venom? So one of the things I haven't deliberately showed everybody yet is the companion system. There's a companion system in this game, just like TOR. Squirrel Girl. She casts squirrels, like Pikmin, I guess you could say. Oh, they got Venom, looks like. Like that Iron Fist right there, I think that's a companion, that's not another player. So it's like adding, it's like adding a second person, except they're an NPC, so you can solo a lot easier. They're called team up heroes. No, I don't see an Iron Fist. So I'm not sure exactly how that works, and I certainly don't have the money to spend on it. Maybe that's a castable character, kind of like how my little alien spawns. I'm wrong. Wish I could remember the name of the other hack and slash that we were playing. It's It's got really cartoony graphics, but it works. It just doesn't look as edgy. I keep wanting to say Dawn Gate, but obviously that's stupid. But it's 2 words, kind of like that. And I keep wanting to call it DOTA, but obviously that's not really it. Those are both MOBAs. But it's some funky
Now
name.
fall down.
The cool thing about that, though, that one, is there wasn't any expansions to it. They released the game. It was like electronic for like $20. And said they gave everybody access to the full engine immediately. And people made tons of amazing, great stuff. Hey, turn this down. They made huge levels. They made many, many, many new classes. Great classes. Heavily modified everything. The game was already good. And they made it amazing. If you didn't like the loot system, you just went and found a mod. Okay, that was one. That was Magic. She was a team-up hero. But, you know, you didn't like the loot system, you change it. Like, if too much loot dropped, you could turn down the amount of loot. If you wanted all the loot to be amazing, you could make everything like legendaries. They just let people play the game however they want. You know? It was awesome. You want to be able to reset your stuff whenever you wanted? They let you do that. If you wanted higher level stuff to fight, you just went and downloaded something that made higher level areas. So instead of the developers having to do it, and instead of the developers trying to guess what people wanted, they just let people do whatever they want. What a novel concept, huh? Just let the players do whatever they want. Wasn't hurting anything. There was no economy to screw up. Just, it was all about fun, and that was it. That was the only point. And there's huge communities dedicated to just having fun. Let's see, hold on one second. I wasn't hurting anybody. Now I'm gonna blow up your cars. So, if you try to look these up online and call them hack and slashes, it's gonna get screwed up and think you mean games like Onimusha, and console games. But if you put in games like Diablo, I wasn't doing anything, asshole. Oh my gosh, they're like, they want me to die now. See, that website's not coming up. I'm trying to get a website that's actually gonna load. Some of these websites are so bulky. Oh man. That Falcon right there is another team-up hero, like a companion. Torchlight. That's what it was. Torchlight 2, to be specific. And there's a lot of other ones, but in my opinion, for the money, you actually can't get better than Torchlight 2. The sheer amount of content alone is enough to just... it just makes everything look just like a flash in the pan. Because I mean, there's nearly infinite content, okay? Because it's all open. It's all open source. I wish I had a team up hero. I was hoping that I would just get one for free. But I don't know if they give them out for free. I certainly haven't seen one. There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of movie tie-in stuff. A lot. In fact, you'll notice a lot of the animations straight out of the movie. Which, I don't know, that might turn some people off, because half of it's cartoony, and then maybe a quarter of it's stuff straight out of movies. Like, for example, that Falcon art is right out of Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I'm gonna put you in the ground. One down, so ready to go.
What's in here? Oh, the Taskmaster's Institute. Wonder if we can beat him by ourselves. I do want one though. You'll see though, they're pretty expensive. Falcon's almost $10. Firestar's almost $10. Magic and Spider-Man are both a little over $5, and there's only 4 of them to choose from. I think that's the other thing. I was waiting for some that are more RP, I guess, like Punisher and War Machine would be very cool. Thing and like, what would be fun? The Thing. I don't know. Like Thing and Toad. That would be kind of cool, huh? Or what about like Wolverine and Jubilee? That would be pretty cool. They never did implement Jubilee. They implemented all kinds of really stupid characters that some people like, but no Jubilee.
Clearly not bulletproof.
Which a lot of people have asked for. This game has great physics, and you can see that with like these punching bags. It's not perfect, but
Need more ammo.
you know, try to find the physics in TOR, for example. It's just not there. And you're like, well, it's a different game. Whatever. I'm used to just games having physics in them. StarCraft 2 had an extensive physics system.
Let's finish this.
Has an extensive physics system. Hey, Trinity Display. Destroying things in this game is extremely satisfying. You don't get anything for it though. In Diablo 3 you can level up just on destroying stuff. That's not in this game, but you can destroy things. Almost everything. Very rewarding. He's beating up the Captain America punching bag. You can see, like, fighting behind walls. Just looks great. The cutaways work. If the cutaways aren't working, it outlines everybody. It's just, this game is just like the whole package. There are flaws. It's not without flaws, but the flaws are very small and easy to overlook. It doesn't beat you over the head with game defects.
Now fall down.
Are there still defects? Yeah, there are. They fixed a lot of the bad ones. Are there some tooltip errors that would take them 2 seconds to fix? Yeah, but I try to just suck it up and ignore it. For the most part. I mean, just nothing major gets in your way from just enjoying the game. Game's not crashing.
Alright, looks like class is in session.
I don't think I've had one game crash. Very stable client.
Medic.
Music's really good.
How's that taste?
Even the basic attacks in this game are really strong if you level them up.
Almost beat Thor with this move.
The bosses are hard if you're playing them at level. Drake's like little raid bosses. They all have special moves and death circles and dashes.
Punisher's War Journal. Might be time to start keeping score.
Wow. Look at that medallion. Holy crap. I've never seen that many buffs on an item before. It's like a little bit of every single stat. Chance to deflect projectiles? I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow. Oh, another thing I love. Every little area that you finish just gives you a teleporter back to the beginning. So, in a lot of games just do not have that. And in here, every single little area has it, so no running out, no having to port back. Anyway, I'm trying to do shorter videos, or at least trim my videos down. So, I'm going to end this one here. And this was Punisher I was playing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Punisher's my favorite. Although I really like Thing. There he is, here's my Thing. I played him a bunch the other day with my wife. Really love Ghost Rider, haven't got to play him in a while. And played my Doctor Strange a little bit. He's a lot of fun. I don't think I'll play any of these other characters unless somebody asks. And nobody's asking, and nobody's really saying anything about these videos, and so I'm just doing a couple instead of a ton since nobody's saying anything. Just more, I guess, for... I don't know. Just because they're fun, and hopefully someday somebody watches these. And found out the hard way that your favorite games aren't always around forever. Found that out the hard way on a lot of games. So anyway, just gonna record a little bit from every game, whether people say things or not. But if you want more, you gotta let me know down in the comments. So thanks for watching, and talk to you guys later. Goodbye, Punisher.